Oh boys, it's Dan. Welcome back to the Premier League after its winter break. What happened in the other games? Find out what's happened during the winter break. There are some big stories. Find all that out in Premier League game week number 22. Yes, boys, welcome back. We have got game week 22. I missed out game week 21 because that was a week that we were. That was a midweek one. That was all like 8 games really. But yeah, so yeah, we've got a bumper day for you. Smash like and subscribe. Now I'm starting off with our first game of the game week, which is Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. Arsenal, last time they played was I'm going off game week 20's game because obviously I haven't got game week 21 because I didn't actually film that. So this would have been New Year's. Which would have been New Year's. So the last time they properly played was New Year. So on New Year, Arsenal had Fulham and they managed to draw. They managed to not lose up, but Forest, on the other hand, did play against. Forest played against Manchester United, and that was an interesting game as well. That was also a draw. Some of these games are crazy, and Arsenal should win this game. They need to bounce back. A 2-0 win to Arsenal. No guest this week because I'm filming this literally 24 hours before it goes up. So yeah. Our next match is Fulham versus Everton. Now, Everton played Wolves and they won. No, they won that game crucially did they win that. That was such a close match, that was, to be fair. And Fulham, Fulham had Arsenal, like I said. And Everton need this if they want to try and stay up in the league, but Fulham are flying high in the moment. They've been knocked out in the FA Cup. Fulham are not in the any competition anymore now. They're Premier League last week. I mean, to be fair, not for me. They're going to anyway. I'm going to go over 2-1 win to Everton, and now we move back to Kenilworth Road again for Luton versus Brighton. Now Luton played Chelsea. And oh my word, that was an entertaining game of football. Chelsea were 3-0 up in that game as well, and then Luton came back as Luton Town do to score 2 late goals, and it was a 3-2 defeat for them. But Brighton, on the other hand, Brighton had West Ham, and they did draw. They managed to draw that game in the end. But I think the amount of play at Brighton at the moment, they've just smashed 5 past Sheffield United in the cup, and I do think that they will give Luton I think Luton will give them a test here, because we know Luton at Kenilworth Road are a very capable team of playing football. They beat Everton crucially as well. That might spur them on now. 3-2. To Brighton. It will be another entertaining game at Kenilworth Road. Now we move to Crystal Palace versus bottom of the table Sheffield United. Now Roy Hodgson's job as Liverpool? No, Jesus Christ. As Palace manager is seriously under threat. He could very easily lose his job. If they don't beat Sheffield United, he could be gone. It could be one of them games where he's fighting. But Sheffield, on the other hand, need to get some points on that board. They have signed Brandon Brereton Diaz from Villarreal on a season-long loan to try and help their goal drought. And they did get a draw. They did get a draw last time out against Luton. No, not against Luton. They got drawn last time out in the league they played against West Ham, I think it might have been. But they did get battered by Man City. Obviously, you get battered by Man City. I'm going to go a boring nil draw, score draw. Well, a nil boring goals draw between Crystal Palace and Sheffield. And now we move to Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Now, Newcastle, where form has picked up a bit. Now, out the Champions League, they are progressing in the FA Cup. They are playing well in the Villa. They're still in there. They're still in the cup. But while we play against Chelsea, they're in the Conference League round as well. But as we know, Villa are so good at home, and I have to back Villa here 2-1 to Aston Villa. And now we move to Man City versus Burnley. Now, is there really much point talking about this game? Because as we know, Man City are flying. They are trying to catch the gap up to Liverpool. But also, they are trying to survive with no Erling Haaland. He should be back quite soon around Man City fans. I mean, De Bruyne is back, which is a huge boost for you, Man City. With De Bruyne being back, that's huge. I'm going to go Man City 4, Burnley 0 in this game. And now you move to Tottenham Hotspur versus Brentford. Now, Brentford, as we know, Ivan Toney is back for Brighton. He played his first game in that Gameweek 21 period, and he scored a goal in his first return after 285 days of not playing. That is 9 months. That is almost a year without. That is like 9 months without playing football, I think. Yeah. But Spurs, on the other hand, they have signed Timo Werner on loan, and that's a story for you. That's a story for you, Spurs fans. Opinions on Timo Werner for the rest of the season? Question marks. Son, but I don't know when Son will be back. Depends how South Korea go in the Asia Cup. But you should be beaten. You should be given a good game to Brighton, to Brentford even. 2-1 to Spurs at Tottenham Hotspur. Now he goes to arguably one of the best games of the game week. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Now, if you didn't hear the news on Liverpool, that Jurgen Klopp is going to be leaving the Reds at the end of the season. He's had enough of winning stuff. It's too tiring for him. But I mean, Jurgen, as a Man United fan, you've been a great servant to Liverpool over his last since he's been there since 2012, I think. One of the longest serving Liverpool managers. I think it was 14. I think he's under for them. Almost 10 years at the helm. He's won them the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup. He's won them so much, and I think he's made the right call there. Liverpool fans, comment who do you think will take over. But on the other hand, Chelsea, this could be an entertaining game. Last time he played was an absolute banger. I'm gonna go Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2. Now you move to West Ham versus Bournemouth. Now, as we know, Bournemouth are high flying now under Imran Iriola. I think I'm saying that rightly. I'm not sure. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And West Ham, as you know, are flying high again. But if you're going on form, it's Bournemouth. On form, Bournemouth, because they put 5 past Sheffield in the cup. I mean, that's the FA Cup. That's the FA Cup for us. It's the FA Cup, man. For goodness' sake, it's the FA Cup. It's the FA Cup. It's not difficult, is it? But I'm gonna say that it will be West Ham 2, Bournemouth 2, and our last game of the game week is involving Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester United. Now, let's talk. Onana basically now is back because Cameroon are knocked out of the African Cup of Nations. But I mean, when Baishala, what his name is, played against Newport last night, as I'm filming this, he played really well. I mean, yes, we did concede 2 goals, but on the whole, it was a good game for him. And Hoyland scoring again. Bruno is back. Casemiro's back. Martinez is back. Mount should be not far away now. All our players sure back as well now. So hopefully we get some good teams. I'm going to go Man United 3, Wolves 0. And that will bring game week 22 to an end. Thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you lot literally in 4 days' time for game week 23 of the Premier League. Until then, boys, have a lovely day. Who will come out on top? What will Man City? Will Man City be top? Will Liverpool be top? Find all that out on Friday's video. Until then, boys, peace.